Welcome back to PodX. Our guest for today is Heer Karnani. She's a video creator. She is a dancer, and I'm someone who I'm really like excited to have and wind into her journey, get to know her better, and learn from her. So Heer, thank you so much for being a part.
Thank you so much for having me.
So I want to start with you're one of Instagram's like most amazing creators because there are so many people who follow you, so many people who look up to you. And where did that all start? Like when did you get the idea that I want to start being a creator and how?
I basically started from TikTok where I never blew up. I was in Musically as well where I never blew up. So when I started creating content on Instagram, I was like, I'm not gonna blow up because it didn't happen on Musically or TikTok. So I'm pretty sure it's not gonna happen on Instagram. But I posted one video in like October and it did not blow up. So I completely gave up and I was like, it's not for me. Then again, this year, January, I posted again. And again, it did not blow up. So I was like, it's fine. I'll just post for my sake. And then I posted a few more videos and then I suddenly started blowing up. So I was like, oh, it's happening finally.
Like, what were your followers in Jan? I'm just curious. Like, right now you have like some more than 30,000 plus. So,
Yeah, I had 3,000 followers in Jan.
whoa, that's huge. Like, from there to now, it's like insane. But, like, what do you think made you blow up? What would be your advice to people who are trying to find that niche, trying to find that growth way? How is it for them?
Honestly, you should just create something you personally enjoy doing because there's no sense doing something you don't like. So, and you don't have fun while doing it. So, there's no sense doing it. And, it won't even bring you happiness. So, whatever you enjoy doing, honestly.
Yeah, I think I follow a similar strategy actually. So for me, I really enjoy doing podcasts and just creating those podcasts because for me, I think I get to learn a lot from the other people and that's what I do. And it hasn't blown up yet. I don't know if it'll
I'm
blow up or
pretty sure
not,
it will.
but as long as I'm like enjoying it, so it doesn't feel like it's like too much of work or too much of strain on me. So that's a good part about like that. With like you said, like whatever you enjoy doing that.
Yeah, makes sense. I'm pretty sure it's going to blow up very soon. I saw your podcast before, coming here. I saw your podcast with Alea and everybody, and I really liked the concept and everything. So,
Thank you so much. Like, I'm really happy. But I wanted to ask you this thing, which is how do you deal with this, negativity part? Because there will be negative comments and there'll be positive ones. How do you deal with both actually? Not just the negative ones, both positive and negative.
I don't know. I have this certain power of not letting things get to me too easily. Either it's love or hate. So I won't even get love to me very easily because it will get inside my head and I'll be very overconfident. Ki, oh, I can do anything very easily because it's not possible. Everything is not that easy. So I deal with hate the same way I deal with love because I think it should be balanced somehow because everything you do, not everyone is gonna like it, and like if someone attacks me and I attack them back, there's not gonna be any difference between the both of us. So it's better to just ignore everything the haters do, and just to appreciate what the love comments I'm getting.
But is there like a story behind how you got into that mind space?
I've been like that since the start, like since I was in sixth grade or something.
Okay, for me, I haven't really gotten negative comments, but so actually, I'll tell you this very insane story about me, which is my first few videos on YouTube were the ones with fake accents. And yeah, so I got a lot of views from my classmates and all, but there were like very funny comments and all that stuff. And I was trolled for like 2 years. I still get trolled a bit sometimes now about that fake
So did
accent
you use the
video.
fake accent? You use the fake accent intentionally.
Yeah, I used the fake accent intentionally. So actually, there was this guy who I was listening to, Alex Becker, at that time, and I was listening to him a bit too much. So whenever I was trying to create content similar to him, and then I just started using that fake accent, and it was actually all fluffy motivation videos, also actually, which
Could you speak in that accent once? I am really curious to hear it.
hey guys, welcome back to Ayush Majithia's channel. So
You spoke like that for how long?
I think about 8 or 10 videos for like 2 months. And then obviously my channel gained a lot of traction, but I decided to delete it afterwards because then
For
the
those
type of
videos are
image.
not there. The
No, I
videos are not
deleted.
there.
I deleted it. But yeah, that also in a way taught me how to deal with funny getting trolled. I got used to it, and then I was like, okay, now I don't care about it. But initially, I used to feel like really bad and all. But later, that thing helped me reach that space in my mind. Like, yeah.
That's amazing.
But do you believe in manifestation?
I mean, I'm scared that if I don't believe in it, then something bad is gonna happen to me. I don't know. But I I think we all have unintentionally manifested something in our lives as we were kids or something. So before the term manifestation became popular, I'm pretty sure we all have manifested something. So I don't exactly believe in it, but I don't know, maybe.
Actually, there are like two ways to look at manifestation. One is a natural way that whatever you think about, whatever you really want, the universe gives it to you. That's the first way of looking at things. The second way, which I would say, I'm not sure if it's called the scientific way or what, but what happens is basically when you want something really badly, you start thinking about it continuously. And when you're thinking about it, you're trying to find different ways on, how can I achieve that? Like, if I want to get someone on a podcast, I will think about continuously how can I try to reach out to this person? How can I try to, connect with them and all? And in a way that works out in like you start finding different ways, and one of those ways works. So it can be looked at two ways, I feel, manifestation.
Yeah, I mean a lot of like, I think almost all my friends believe in manifestation. And I've seen a lot of big creators also, like Logan Paul and everybody believe in manifestation. I'm pretty sure it works, but I don't think I personally believe in it. Because I think manifestation is basically like predicting your future, and if you do that, there's no fun left. So
But
I
see,
don't know.
but could you like I know that you don't believe in it, but like could you look back and think of something which you manifested unintentionally?
I think my phone. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I manifested my phone.
But I think actually talking to you, I kind of think that what you manifested, you said you were like, continuously trying and hoping that one of your videos would blow up. And I
No,
think,
I never did that. I was like, my first video got like 8K views, and I was like, fine, whatever. It's fine. And then I posted like four more videos, and the first one got like 530K. So I was like, okay, it blew up.
but do you get excited when you see those views increasing?
Yeah, it's some like now I like now when they reach like a lot, like a very higher level in like millions, I get so shocked. I was like, why is that happening? So weird.
I had like I actually sent you that reel to actually share, and it actually hit 34K views. It was my first reel to ever cross 6,000 views. My second highest was actually 6K views. And so when that hit like 20K views and all, I got this rush of adrenaline, and I was like so hyper that, oh my god, this reel hit so many views. I'm so excited, so happy, and I was just like spamming everyone that look at this, look at this. I went around my house also showing everyone, let's see, this hit 34K
So cute.
views.
Same
But
happened like one of my videos, it hit like 1 million and then it stopped blowing up. And then suddenly it hit 4 million. I said, from 1 million to 4 million in like a week. It was like, I was like, oh my God. Okay.
and that's only a dream for me. 4 million someday. Hopefully, one of them does manage to reach that.
I'm pretty sure that's pretty sure it will.
So here, actually, I wanted to ask you this question, which is like, I've actually done this a lot, where I will create reels and then I'd never upload them. I'll just delete them because I don't find them good enough or something like that. Have you done something like that? Like, do you like
I
create it and then don't
yeah,
use it?
I make like 50 versions of a reel, but in the end I end up posting the first one. Mostly what I post is basically my first try. But what I don't post goes on my spam account or my trash account, which is also public. So either ways, I just post everything I make.
How many followers does your public account have? Like, how big is that?
The the trash one,
Yeah, the
um,
trash one.
it's not big. It has 2.4K followers.
That's still big, but yeah. But have you like, what's your mind space like when you're creating these reels? How do you like mentally prepare yourself for that, or like what do you do? What do you think of?
It's like uh, the trends are very repetitive, I think. So you have to be very unique, to stand out. So I don't know, you have to think in a very different way. You have to think uh, from your audience's perspective a lot of times. Like comedy reels which I create, it is basically like I have this certain level of confidence that I'll use a very funny filter which will make my face look all weird, and mostly most people won't post that stuff. So I was like, okay, fine, whatever. I'll just go ahead and post it, and it ends up actually blowing up a lot. So uh, have to think about other perspectives as well. Like, will they find it relatable? Like, would this thing have happened to them as well? So it's not always about my perspective, even though I'm making them, but still I have to look at like a lot of other perspectives to make the video.
So how do you do it? Like, do you just sit and brainstorm, or do you like ask your friends for ideas, or what happens?
So I listened to a certain audio for like over 50 times, and then something just lights up in my brain, and I'm like, oh, I can do this. And then I ask my friends also, like their approval. I need constant validation from everybody. So I ask a lot of people, "Okay, can I do this?" And then they just improvise the idea. So like it ends up becoming a very good idea.
But okay, so this is a very rough question which I'm going to ask. Have you ever felt like quitting Instagram when things haven't worked out?
Yeah, definitely. Yes, I have. Like, Instagram's algorithm is really messed up. So whenever like my reach went from like 1 million in a week to 100K in like 900K less. And I was like, I have no idea why this is happening. Like, I'm being consistent and everything, but it's still happening. So that I was like, bro, there's no sense creating content. And there's literally nothing to create. There's no trend left. I've done everything there could have been, like, I could have done. But still, like, I tried posting and everything, and then the reach again increased, and the algorithm is really messed up. Depends on Instagram's algorithm, honestly.
But like, so consistency pays off in the end, something like that.
The thing I like about myself is that no matter how demotivated I am, I'll still put out content. So I'll still be very consistent. No matter I have no ideas, I'll just shit post, but I will post something. So my audience get to see something.
I think that's like a good strategy. I started that actually in November. What I had done was last November, I was posting 3 times a day. But the problem which happened with that was I exhausted all my content, first of all, which I had. So I didn't have any new content. And I didn't know what to do after that. And the reach wasn't coming in. So I got demotivated and I stopped. Then very recently, I've actually started posting 2 times a day now. So I post 2 times a day,
That
and
is that is what most people do. They like they just stop creating content when they're not getting the
the reach.
thing. They're not reciprocating. People are not reciprocating the energy they need, so they just stop making it. I think that is the biggest mistake someone could do. I mean, I've never done that. No matter if my reach is like 20K, I'll still make something.
I think that motivation to keep on going is very important.
Yeah, because I just remember that at the end of the day, I started making reels because I wanted myself. Like, it was my interest. I did not start making reels to be famous or something. I started making reels because I wanted to be happy. Like, that brought me some sort of happiness. So at the end of the day, I just remember that and I just put something out there, like whatever I like.
And I think that's important. That's why I continued again, because then I was like, maybe it doesn't really matter if I get more followers or not. As long as I'm getting that satisfaction that I'm enjoying doing this, then it's fun.
Yeah, yeah, makes sense.
But do you think self-love plays a role into, like, putting yourself outside over there? Because a lot of people are afraid of going in front of the camera, going in front of an audience. They want to do it, but there's something that lacks. Do you think self-love plays a role in it?
I think yes, definitely it does. But for me, I've always been a very extroverted person. Like, I make friends in the span of 3 minutes. I just know your life history. So I'm a very very extroverted person. So like if you make me sit in a group full of introverts, I'll still talk to everybody. So uh, for me, it's never been very hard to go in front of a camera or do something. So it's been very easy for me to just go out there and put myself out there. But like, at the same time, I also have some insecurities about myself. So I'm just scared at some points that people are gonna judge. But again, at the end of the day, it's fine. Like, no one can be perfect, so it's fine. Like, let them judge.
Well, how do you deal with those insecurities?
I have noticed that ignoring them is not a solution, honestly. I mean, you just have to accept it that, and work on it, maybe. Like, if it's possible to work on it, then definitely work on it. But if it's not possible, if it's something like, uh, I don't know, like people are very insecure about their body. So if they're willing to work on it, then it's fine. Like, if it makes them happy, then it's fine. They should definitely work on it. But it's something you can't work on. Like, it's a very, natural thing or something, then you can't work on it, and it's fine. Like, you just have to accept the way you are, and again, self-love.
But I'm just curious about this. This is do you get these negativity in your DMs also? Like, do people
A
DM you saying
lot.
that?
Yes. Yes. I get such weird DMs. I mean, I don't know if you want to include this or not, but I get rape threats from random fake accounts. And I'm like, bro, I am 16. What do you want from me? I'm still a minor. And everybody thinks I'm like 22, 23. I'm like, no, no, I'm 16. A lot of people think I'm above 20 for some reason.
Yeah, that's happened
I
with
don't
a
think.
lot of creators. They look, people think they're older, and then I've seen the comments also. Actually, the comments are very inappropriate a lot of times. And if the comments are inappropriate, then I can definitely understand DMs can be a lot more.
Yeah. There's this very funny story. So this some gamer, some PUBG gamer guy, he has like a verified account on Instagram and has 500K followers or something. And when I started making reels, people started telling me that I look like him. And like whichever reel blew up, more than half of the comments were his mentioned account. So he ended up blocking me for some reason. Like, I didn't even do anything, but he blocked me, and he blocked my trash account as well, the public one. So I don't know. I don't think I look like him.
I,
But
I need to check your
he's
account.
blocked. He's
No, I think
blocked
I
me.
want to check it. But like,
Yeah.
if you have his username, just like send it afterwards because I want to like see him.
Yeah, I am afraid you'll say that I look like him. I
But
don't know.
no, hopefully not.
I think I do actually.
Actually, this question came up to me when you were speaking about being an extrovert. Have you heard of MBTI tests? Okay, so there's something known as an MBTI test. Basically, there are 16 personality types, which is ENFP, INFP, and all that stuff. Basically, they will tell your personality type based on the type of person you are. So there's this link, 16personalities.com. I'll actually link it in the description also. People can check it out, and also you can like try it out. So I'm an ENFP, and basically, it was actually created during World War II for helping people find jobs, and it's a really interesting thing. I'm very obsessed with it. So it tells if people are extroverted, introverted, they are intuitive, if they think based on feelings or based on thinking, and all that stuff. So it's a really fascinating thing. So
What are you?
I'm an ENFP.
What's
So
that?
extroverted, E stands for extroverted, N stands for intuitive, F stands for feelings, and I think I forgot P. But P is like a bit of a impulsive type, like not so disciplined. While there's J, which is like who have everything disciplined and all that stuff. So they have like a fixed way of following life, a routine, and all that stuff. So I'm the opposite of that as such, because I don't follow routines and all. But yeah, so I'm a P.
That's really cool. I'm very curious about my thing. I'll check it out after the thing.
Yeah. It's like super fun. And then you can actually read about a lot of things which I found they mention over there. I found it really similar to my personality and something which I could connect on. So you should like check it out.
Definitely.
Right. What have you done that you're most proud of?
I think Instagram
But so
reel.
like I think that's actually countable because you're now like a huge creator and all. So it's a good thing.
I think I don't know if I should mention this, but I think going back to school will be very awkward for me because the last time I went to school, I had 2K followers, and now I go back, I think I'm gonna have like around 40K or something. It's gonna be very, very, very weird for me. Plus, my school people don't like me. I know that. Like, even they know that I know, so it's fine.
But
You can put this in the video.
did you see like a difference in people's behavior towards you once you got like a lot of
I
followers?
made a video. I made a video about it. It crossed like 1.5 million views.
What,
I tweeted about it also.
What was the difference that you noticed? Like,
Pehle, okay, so I used to be, I'm a very extroverted person. So I used to be this very, you know, kind of popularish girl in school who everyone used to bitch about for some reason because I talk to everybody. So I used to be kind of that person, but now they're like, oh, here, can you please give us a shout out? Can you please promote our page? Can you please promote this? I'm like, how you two hated me in school? Now you want a shout out? Okay, fine. It's very weird.
but yeah, I've noticed actually you share a lot of like people's reels and content and whatever they do. So that is a really nice thing. Like,
I just like hyping people up, like people who are trying very hard. So they deserve the recognition. I generally like the content I post on my story.
yeah, I'm really grateful you actually put my reel also when I asked you. Like, that means a lot.
Anytime, anytime.
Yeah. So, Heath, thank you so much for being a part of this podcast. What would be your last advice for anyone who's watching this?
Definitely, don't sacrifice your happiness for anything in the entire world. It's not worth it. I mean, you're gonna have ups and downs definitely, but your happiness is something that is not worth giving up or sacrificing for anybody in your entire life.
Thank you so much for being a part. This was really amazing having you.
Thank you so much for
Yeah.
having me.
Okay.